learn from your visit with Tom House?
That a lot of my stuff was, the reason I wasn't getting velocity and things. My sequencing was out just because coming back from the injury so early, I had to figure out. My mind was, saying, oh, this hurts a little bit. So, naturally it was changing my motion. So, usually your hips come first, and then your shoulders. It creates the torque. Well, I was getting no torque, no hip separation to my shoulders, and it was creating me to not have a lot of velocity on the ball.
You're the leader coming back in the SEC quarterbacks and passing yards and touchdowns. Yet, guys, your media voted you third team all SEC. Why do you think you're maybe under the radar a little bit?
I think just the way I ended the year. If we win that game in Mississippi State, the voting's going to be a lot different. The hype is going to be a lot different. So, that's why that's happening. But it puts a chip on my shoulder. I learned about it on the way over here, and I wasn't happy about it. So it just adds another chip to my shoulder that I play with anyway. So I'm ready for the year, and I'm ready for that game.
A lot of the talk here has been about kind of the down year of quarterbacks in the SEC. I mean, do you kind of take that as a challenge too, to kind of be the face of the SEC?
Yeah, no doubt. I think every quarterback is going to take that as a challenge. That the quarterbacks are not any less talented than the ones that just left. It's just there's going to be a turnover. Eventually when all those guys have started so many games. So I think every quarterback should take that as a challenge to go out and put a lot of numbers up and win games for their team.
Did you think you would be first team?
No, I didn't think I would be first. I figured Nick Marshall would be first with the way he led them to a national championship. You can't argue against that. But I didn't think I was going to be third.
How much did the lack of velocity bother you through the year? Take us through that. But did it more and more as the year went on? Yeah,
just more and more as the year went on. Just my body was weaker. I couldn't make it through the grind of the season. So midway through the year, I felt decently okay. I knew that my arm still wasn't there, but towards the end of the year, it was just something that was it hampered me big time.
Is it frustrating as a guy who's always had a big arm?
Yeah. I mean, it definitely is, just because you see that throw down the field and. You can make a big play out of it, but you don't even want to try it because you'll underthrow it and get picked or something like that. So, I mean, it's definitely frustrating.
Does the egg bowl stick in your crop?
Yeah, no, I think about it every day. I work every day to make sure that never happens again, and I don't think it will.
We heard that you guys are trying to become the Auburn of 2014.
Yeah, I mean, we're just why not us? Why can't we be a team to come out of the West and make some noise? We're not saying, let's go to a national championship. We're going to take it one game at a time. But, why not us? Why can't we have an impact like that and be in a lot of football games?
Can you talk about just playing Auburn and Alabama and just discuss the competition you guys are going to have to face in the West every week?
Well, I mean, it's every team in the West. It's LSU, A&M, Arkansas. They're good too. So, we're excited about this upcoming season. We're excited about the great environments we're going to get to play in. Luckily, we have Auburn and Bama at home this year, and that's going to help us out a little bit because those are two very, very tough places to play. So we're excited to play both of those teams just like we are everybody else in the West.
How much do you think that makes a difference having Alabama at home and Auburn?
Well, it's huge just because, I mean, like I said, they're really two tough places to play. So anytime you play anybody at home, it's going to help you out. So, we're glad we get them at home this year.
The injury changed your willingness to run because the offense kind of relies on the threat of you running, but you've been pretty banged up.
No, it's never changed my willingness. It's changed how I run. I try to protect myself a little more. If I don't have to try to get that extra yard, let's get down and live to see another day. So, I mean, it's not really changed it much at all.
Coach Priest said you could leave campus as the all-time leader in passing at Ole Miss, but you could also be the first guy to take this team to Atlanta.
Right.
Which means more, and how big would that be?
Oh, definitely coming to Atlanta or going to Atlanta. I think that cements your legacy forever as being the first one to be able to do it. And I know that I'm going to put up the numbers just because Coach Priest's offense is built for a quarterback to put up numbers. So. I know I can do that, but it would be, priceless to take this team to Atlanta.
You guys talk about a stage like Atlanta where you open in two NFL stadiums, and that's something that Ole Miss has never done. They're one of three teams that had never played in the Georgia Dome until this August.
Right.
You guys talk about that in terms of kind of elevating Ole Miss as a national perspective.
Yeah, I mean, we're excited to be able to play on national TV again, this year to open it up. And, to play in 2 NFL stadiums in a row. It's going to be fun for our kids. It's going to be fun for our fans. So we're excited about it. But the big thing is like you said, Boise State playing in Atlanta. Let's get that win because they're going to want nothing more than to come down to an SEC school and knock an SEC team off.
Is it weird because if you win that game, then maybe you get into a national conversation that Ole Miss has never been before?
Yeah, but we don't really think about that. We just want to get that game in and put a good showing on and everything else will take care of itself.
Do you as players set higher expectations going into this year compared to years past?
Yeah, I mean, no doubt, especially just because, the basketball team's been able to do it, the baseball team's been able to do it. Our fans, they're hungry for a football team to go to Atlanta. So, with the success all of our other programs have had and, how hungry our fan base is for it, we filled our expectations and, we're working hard every day.
I take us through the hair. You got the haircut.
Yeah.
What's the thinking?
I don't know. Honestly, I looked at the bowl game and I was like, gosh, that's really long. So I'm just going to cut it and keep it good for the rest of the year.
So I heard that we will not see your hair out of the helmet. Is that?
Nope. This is as long as it'll get, probably.
Are you?
What, the long hair? I don't know. I want something different this year. Take more of a professional approach to my senior year. The long hair was fine, but
The power was not in the hair.
yeah, I guess not.
Do you will